Hi, I'm Bart Hanson, the owner and operator of CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the phone number in the description.
Hey, Bart, what's going on? I got a 1-2 hand for you at Parks Casino in Pennsylvania,
Okay.
300 max.
200 max? 200
Defective
max?
300, 300.
300, okay. Yep.
Villain's under the gun +2. He's got 1,200 effective stack. He opens at 12. Villain 2 in mid position calls 12.
1,200 effective stacks?
Yeah, we're super deep.
Okay, so under the gun to 12. You say MP1 calls?
Yeah, Villain 2 in mid position calls 12.
Okay.
And then I'm in the big blind,
Okay.
and I have Ace King of Hearts,
Okay.
and I 3-bet to 42. What are your thoughts on that side?
So I think to do it, I mean, the games that I play in, I sort of use a simple form. You can use a simple formula, but obviously you can deviate from it. Against bad players, I'll probably size down with a lot of my really good value hands. But in some of the tougher games that I play in, you can't really go wrong by 4xing plus a call. So if you were trying to look for a math type of thing, you could go 12 times 4 is 48 plus the call is to 60, which would be about a pot-sized race. Remember, when you're playing deep, you want to favor 3-betting hands from out of position that are suited, and you want to size up because of your positional disadvantage. So 42, I
Right,
think,
of
is a
course.
little bit small, but, it's a 1-2 game, so I can get on board. But there is an extra call
Okay.
in there, too. MP1's also 1,200 effective as well?
MP1's probably around me with 800 effective.
Okay, so it's 800 effective. Okay.
So
800.
I think that's more a reason to up it.
You mean to make it larger?
Yeah, the 3-bet, given the stacks.
Yeah, you're deep, so you want to take away the
Right.
positional disadvantage.
Okay.
But so you make it to 42.
Right. And real quick, this is about the fourth or fifth time that I had been 3-betting this villain, villain 1, throughout the session. We're about 6 hours in.
Okay.
So he actually 4-bets me to 106.
He 4-bets you to 106. Okay.
Yes, 4-bets me to 106. And villain 2 in mid position folds, and it comes back to me. And I'll be honest with you, Bart, I don't see many 4-bets at 1-2. So, but given the price with Ace King of Hearts, I elected to call. And
Yeah, you have to call, I think. I mean,
right.
because even if he has kings, you're going to be priced in
Right.
here. Now the thing here is that low stakes, like you can just basically correctly fold if he bombs it post flop. There are going to be certain boards you're supposed to continue on the flop if he uses sort of a smaller sizing. Like, so the pot's like 250. Say the board comes out like 953 with like one heart, and you check and he bets 125. Of course you have to call, right? But if it comes out like 1054, no backdoor, and he bets like 225, then you can just fold.
Easy fold.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, I like the call on the flop. We flop, gin. King clubs, king of spades. Was it 3 of diamonds?
Okay, so all right, this is gonna be interesting. So you've got trip kings, right?
Yes. Yes. This is actually why I called. This hand is pretty interesting.
So
I check and he checks. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, I mean, he with his range probably isn't even really queens all that much. Maybe if he thinks you're out of line, but he's gonna have queens.
Exactly.
He's gonna have queens, aces, and like ace king here. It should be his range, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
1-2-4 bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you check.
I check and he checks back. So right away I know he can't be doing it light because I figured he would try to continue a story.
Mm-hmm.
So I like his range is pretty narrow here, and he's probably trying to pot control. That was my thought process at the time.
Sure.
So I mean, on to the turn comes the 8 of clubs. Now, Bart, my question for you is, what hands are you betting for value here? If you're in my position.
Well, I would.
There's like none.
Well, I would probably have some king queen. Let's see here, 84 because of the price that he gave you. So when you 3-bet to 42 and he makes it 106, plus your 3-bet's sort of small, and maybe occasionally he's not as strong. I mean, the pot would have been like 180, like 60 to call. I can't really see a hand that I would 3-bet and fold there from the big blind all that much. So I would have my king queen suiteds here. So I mean, and a hand that I didn't well, I guess you're probably not going to five bet really anything here. I mean, you could five bet aces, but yeah, I'd bet my kings pretty much. Um,
But that's
and
really it. That's like my point because we can't even bet jacks or queens really here.
yeah, but that's thinking about it like a little bit too much. I feel
Okay.
like I think you should just start betting because that's
Okay.
way over a level of a typical 1-2 player. Again, like
I definitely did that. Yeah.
in theory, if you're asking me like at a higher stakes, like what am I betting now that's not just kings, you'd probably bet your nut flush draws here. Or actually, you know what? You might not. I don't want to get too into like this. Like I said, I'm learning this stuff as I go along too with optimal play, but I'm looking at this board and I would say you'd probably bet your suited club broadways, although I'm not sure if you would three bet those all that much in this configuration.
Right. Right.
Um, and your worst nut flush draws. If you were three betting polar out of the big blind and you like three bet ace five suited of clubs and it went check check and turn was a club, those are the hands you'd probably start betting. But anyways, turns the eight of
Okay.
clubs. Yeah.
Right. And so I elected for a smaller sizing because I didn't want to blow. He was somewhat of a competent player. You know what I mean? It's 1-2, so you kind of got to work with what you're working with.
Mm.
So I went small. I went $60. My plan. See, I wish I did it the opposite. My plan was to bet small on the turn and then bigger on the river. Not bigger because I didn't want to blow them off queens or aces here because it is a four bet pot. So like I said, I bet 60 and 10 calls.
Yeah, I mean the pot is what one. What's this?
It's about 240, 250, I think.
Yeah, I think that's way too small.
Way too tiny. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean like he's not gonna fold
Ace,
unless
right. He's
he's
not
not gonna
folding me.
fold aces or queens here either. I don't think at least for one bet
Right.
on the turn.
That's why after doing it, I said, I was like, shit, I should have did it on the turn bigger and then smaller on the river because he's not folding aces or queens on the turn.
I would bet at least 150
Okay.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The river's a brick. It's I think it was the eight of hearts. It was a brick. I can't remember the
Well, the
exact
eight of
river.
hearts double pairs the board, so I think you would remember
I'm
that,
sorry.
right?
It's not the eight of hearts. It's a brick. It's we're
We'll say
pretty nutty
six of
here.
hearts or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I elected for 180, and he 10 called with aces.
Yeah. So what I would have done is I would have bet probably 130 to 140 on the turn. The pot would have been 520 leading to the river. You guys would have had like what, like maybe 500 left. So, like I said, 120. I probably would go 130 and then maybe like 350 to 400. I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, I think he has aces here a lot, and
well, yeah, of course.
who knows? Maybe he's got queens and he'd call, but yeah, I would definitely size up for sure.
Yeah, it's just a weird spot because when we bet on the turn, it's like we have no bluffs. It's like, and we have no besides for a king. I mean, again, I could be leveling myself, like we said, but it's like I can't even bet queens here for value. And in my head, this is my thinking at the time because then he has ace king in his ring. You get what I'm saying? It's like weird.
Well, yeah, I mean, what you're saying is true, but it's just not gonna be as long as it's good that you know that, but again, there are massive exploits that can be made, usually towards the value side in low stakes live poker. And that's just going to be an exploit. Yeah, when you're betting here, you're going to have it. It doesn't mean that your opponent's going to be able to put together that you have no bluffs and
And
he's going to
fold.
fold aces,
Right.
right?
Yeah, I was installing my own thought process in the hand, unfortunately.
Well, you're not the first one. I mean, you're not the first
Yeah.
one that's done that. We sort of outlevel ourselves all the time, but thanks for the call. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA100. Click on the link right there.